Hi, I'm Jacob Beach with the Preppers Bunker Outdoors. I want to talk to you guys today about why I do intro videos and why I began organizing this channel in the way that I have. When you open a box and pull out a new knife, play with it for a day, or even have it for up to a week, your first impressions are important. All of those little things that you notice, they do have value. The problem is that a lot of YouTube channels never get beyond that. They never get to really pushing a design, so we see a lot of negative feelings towards first impression videos. When I started this channel, I didn't do any first impression videos, or I didn't want to do any first impression videos because I wanted all of my videos to be extremely in-depth, hard-use videos over a very long period of time. But what I've come to learn on YouTube is that having a YouTube channel is all about the subscribers. So if I can show you a knife and talk to you about what I've done with it or what I haven't done with it and what I think about it, and then lead you on to a future video, it gives my subscribers something to look forward to and to know what's in the channel's future. And I think that that's very important. The other thing that this does is I am going to change my mind on knives, and it's already happened a few times. I think a lot of people, like I said earlier, don't like first impressions videos because they couldn't get a good enough understanding of a design or knife to give their opinions on it. And that's very valid. So what I can do is I can do a first impressions video, then when I come back I might have to change my mind for a full review. And if the knife is worth keeping or is worth doing it, I might continue to use the knife and do a long-term video where I can still change my mind. And what this does is this gives you an evolution of, the strengths and weaknesses of this knife or any particular knife or any product, why it's strong in certain places, but more importantly why it's weak in certain places. I've heard a few YouTubers say that there's no point in doing a negative review. I wholeheartedly disagree. In fact, I think that negative reviews are more important on YouTube than any positive reviews because there's so much marketing bullcrap out there that people are spending their hard-earned money on knives that they're not going to know that are crap until they use them. And that's just no good. So I want my subscribers to be able to know what's coming and to see an evolution of use with a knife. Maybe a knife is good all summer, but then in the winter I need to do more heavy firewood tasks or whatever else the case may be, and I'm finding that it's not performing so well anymore. That's an important thing to relay with my subscribers. At the end of the day, I have had and used hundreds of knives, and I can tell a lot about a knife within the time period needed in a first impressions video. You learn a lot about things that just flat out don't work. I don't want to be a channel that gets stuck in those concepts though, because there's always something new, we always have something to learn, and I might hate one style or design on one knife or on 100 knives, but someone does it just right and I find out I like theirs, and to be honest, I might straight up bash on that product, on that 101st product in my first impressions video, but I want to be the channel that is willing to learn, willing to say that I'm wrong, and to go back and say, look, this first impressions video, look, I was wrong. Continue to use the product. Here's why I was wrong. And I want to lay things out for viewers in a way that they can understand, because I started this venture as someone looking for knives, and I was seeing too much. This knife is good. I like it. It works. I was never seeing any comparison to other knives. I was never seeing why the knife is good, or if they're trying to show the knife is good, say by doing feather sticks. I'm like, okay, well, you're doing feather sticks. how do I know that any other knife couldn't do feather sticks just as well? You know what I mean? I never had context. So that's what I want to bring. That's what we continue to do. And I also want to begin to organize this channel a little bit more. So I'm going to have a layout for my first impressions video. You know, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about specs, blade length, weight, blade steel, blade thickness, all of that stuff. Then we're going to talk about handles. I'll give, you know, a little bit of specs if necessary, talk about the material, give a little bit about how I think it's going to work or how it's worked for me so far. Then I'll talk about the blade, and then I'll talk about the sheath. So I'll do this for every knife that I do a first impressions video on, and that'll give you something to compare to because we'll be working on the same format. Without further ado, let's get to checking out some knives. I've got some first impressions to show everybody here today. And just remember that if I do a first impressions video, there's going to be more to come. In my opinion, very well could change. If you like any of the first impression videos that you see, please subscribe and keep your eye out for the full review, which will be coming soon. Let me know what you think in the comments. I always like talking to you guys. Have a great day.